What's up, everybody? It's your man JFILT from howtomakeverysickbeats.com. If this is your first time, welcome. And today we're going to talk about Scalar 2.2. So let's get into it. This thing right here, you guys need to check this out. It's called Scalar 2, like I said, Scalar 2.2. So it's been updated. So for those that have no clue what it is in the first place, it's like a workstation system that figures out music theory for you. So you don't have to have any knowledge of music theory. So I think this is great for beginners who just want to make beats. They have no clue what a C minor chord is, or a C major 7th chord is, or different types of scales. You don't know what none of that is. You just want to make beats. This stuff is a whole dictionary, encyclopedia, and figures it out for you, so you can put all kinds of things together. It's crazy. I want to actually go over some of the new stuff because there's already tons of videos out on what this is all about. I don't want to get too technical, but I am going to go over a few of the new features, and that will be bass and also sound. So it has like more sounds than it did before. For example, this sound right here, this is a felt piano, which is nice. It already had that, but it has more sounds like synths and guitars and bass, orchestra. It has like 10 extra synth wave progressions, so it can play different progressions and all that kind of thing. First, let's do some chords. I'm gonna be straight real with you guys. A lot of stuff like this, when it comes with sounds, I really don't care for the sounds. These sounds are cool, but I like using my own sounds. So what we're gonna do is use the Midi from this and then drag them into our own sounds, and this will give you an idea of the things you can do. So first of all, let's pick a chord progression. See this right here? All these, like tons of stuff. I can go to chill, you know, and just play what's there, you know, and then I can play that with one key. I'm on my keyboard, so I can play that just hitting a single key, and that's a chord. See? Another thing that I could do is that this has, let me see, I think this is a new function too. These little tabs on the right side, which is dope. You have main, edit, chord, pad, and mod. So let's go to pad. Look at this. Does this look familiar to you guys? So I could play on my MPC if I wanted to, you know, just an example. Crazy, right? That's crazy. Then you have this edit mode, so I can edit the different sounds, the chord voicings using semitones. If I want to go up half steps, like if I want to go from B to C or E to F, I can do that on certain notes or whatever. Chords, you have this, you have suggestions. If you want to go to like a different progression, this gives you suggestions on what to do, what to hit. So it's a brain. It's basically a brain. You don't even have to think. You know what I'm saying? Let's go to this section right here. And notice you have artists, different artists, all these different folks with their own progressions. I want to use Neo Soul. I'm gonna go to Neo Soul, and let's just choose one, Neo Soul 1, right? And this is what it comes up with. So once you pick the ones that you want, you can just go ahead and use them. And you can either play like chords or rhythms, or, you know, different phrases. If I hit this little performance that's blinking right here, and I hit it now, since it's blinking, it plays a phrase. See that? And then you can speed that up. You can have it half time or double time. It's craziness, man, crazy. Different phrases, articulations, expressions. Okay, so right now we're on phrases. I'm gonna go to performance. Look at that. And you have all these different options, man. Look at this. Do you understand the kind of things you can do with this? I'm not gonna go through all this. I ain't got time. But it's crazy. It's crazy. That's all I can say. I'm gonna hit perform again, just so it just plays a straight chord. And I'm gonna choose some chords to pull down at the bottom. I already did that, but let me see. I can do that, and just, that's how you do that. Whatever chords you want. And just pull them down. So I chose this. And just pull them down on this bottom line. So now I have this. And I like that, you know what I'm saying? Now I could change the rhythm of it if I wanted to, but right now I'm gonna keep it at, you know, just the straight chords. Now this is my favorite part. Say you want to use your own sounds. I can just go ahead and MIDI capture or drag this MIDI into my DAW. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. And I'm gonna use this little electric piano sound, which is within Logic. All I have to do is drag it. See that? And now it sounds like this. Right? I'm like, oh, I could use that, man. That's dope. So I'm using my own sounds. Now check this out. I'm using only one instance of scalar right now. And I'm gonna follow that same process and create a bass line and also create a melody. So let's do that. A lot of times we have trouble trying to come up with bass lines, right? So check this out. Check this out. This is bananas. That's all I got to say. Let's go ahead and switch this felt piano over here on the left and switch it to a bass sound. Now the bass sounds are not bad, but again, I'm going to use my own sound, but I want you to hear this. Chorus bass. See, it comes with its own sounds. FM bass. Saw bass. Tight bass, retro bass, so you know. Jazz bass. Let's try this retro bass. And I want to use the bass sound so I can get an idea of how the bass is going to sound when I do a bass line. Okay, so now we want to switch up here to where it says, and I'm still learning this, guys, right in front of you. Where it says phrases up here, I can change the expression to bass right here. Bass. You have performances, phrases, rhythm, bass, and melody, right? And this is the update, bass and melody craziness, right? So I'm gonna choose bass. So now that means it's gonna play a bass line for me using these same chord progressions. You know, whatever progression that I had, I'm gonna keep the same progression because that way it will line up. Whatever track that it's on, it's gonna line up. Crazy, okay? So we already recorded the keyboard track and now we want to put a bass line using those same chords. That way it will follow. Does that make sense? Okay, so now let's hear what that would sound like. See? It's following these chords. And that's just one bass line. Look at this, man. You have several different bass lines. I'm just in the funk bass mode. I can go to house bass, jazz bass, pop bass, rock bass, synthwave, man, come on. Trance bass, urban bass. Each of these is like 100. 100 different bass lines, man. Is that bananas? Let's see what this sounds like. House, just random. A house 5 bass line. Watch this. You know what I'm saying? So I could do that and say, you know, I might want to speed that up. I can double time that, see what that sounds like. So you have these different patterns. Let's go to pop. Pop 2. Hey. Oh, I like that. I like that. Let's see what that sound, and that was on ×2. Let's see, okay, regular speed. Right? Or you could do halftime. I like that double time, man. That was dope. Let's see. You know what? I'm gonna use that one. So boom, say you like that, right? It's gonna match what I already did for the chords. Once again, I'm gonna drag this MIDI into my bass sound because I'm using my own sound. See that I got this muted bass right here? I'm gonna drag that right there. Drag, boom. Now we wanna come up with a melody. Like, I can't come up. What should I do with a melody, man? I'm struggling. You understand what I'm saying? So look at this. Let's choose another sound. Let me play some more sounds for you guys because some of y'all might want to use these sounds. That's guitar, you know, 6 string. See, a lot of these sounds I'm not a fan of. I'm gonna be honest with you, you know, I'm just saying. You know, hybrid keys, but I'm just going through them so you can hear it. By the way, you can try all this stuff for free. Housey, okay. I'm just going through some of these sounds. Let's try sine. Okay, that's not too bad. Square saw. All right, let's try that. We're gonna use that as our sound to come up with a melody just for idea purposes. Okay, so now up here under expressions, I want to go to melody. Boom. And then under melody, check this out. All these different, again, all these different variations. Color A, color B, color C, color D. And for each color, you got like five different subcolors, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Motifs. Motif A. You got different A1, A2, A3, do you see what I'm saying? It's like 100 of these different melodies. Themes. Theme A, under theme B, theme B1, theme B2, 3. Do you see what I'm saying? It's just a crazy amount. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what that melody sounds like. I just picked a random one. I don't even know what I picked. That sounds like. Okay. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's slow that down too. Okay. Notice this little humanized thing that's flashing. See, I think that's something else that's new. So I can change the quantize, you know, variables, or the swing, make it swing, you know, choose a percentage of the swing. I think that's a new update. So yeah, that's pretty dope. I just randomly picked one. So let's just say for the purposes of this, I wanted to use that. So I can just go ahead once again, and I'm going to use a different sound, my own sound, instead of that, and just go ahead and drag that right here. And that's this little strings and flute sound I have. So all together, let's hear what it sounds like. Oh, see that, man? That's just from me dragging different sounds and progressions and patterns into my DAW. Now just add, you know, do your own thing with the drums and then boom. Hey. And I didn't have to do any thinking, man. I just randomly trying different things, man. Okay, now I'm gonna show y'all one more thing. This is the part that really got my attention about scalar in the first place. Check this out, man. Check this out. All right, I have another instance of scalar right here. Let's open that up. I didn't know you could do this, but when I found out you could do this, it's like, oh, this really changes the game. You can take any audio or MIDI file that you have. Like say you know, in your external hard drive or your hard drive, you got a ton of different audio files and MIDI files. You know, you might use Splice, you might use whatever, right? Whatever sound libraries you have, you can take those loops, like say you got a bunch of loops, and you could drag it in this thing and it will detect the chord progression. Did y'all hear what I just said? It will detect the chord progression out of that loop. Okay, so for example, I'm going to drag one of these loops from one of my own sample packs, very first sample pack that I ever made. It's called Verysickbeats. I'm going to take this, check this out. I want y'all to hear the original loop. Here it is. There you go. Right? I'll play it one more time. So that's part of my sample kit, right? I can take that and drag it in this guy. This will replace your current detection continue. Yes, it's just, yes. Now, look what it just did. It figured out what those chords were. And now it's interpreting that. So I can play it. See this? Come on, man. And that means I could use any sound once again. Soft piano. Let's say I don't know, wide pad, old swells, marimba. How about that? Right? And let's say, okay, yeah, I'm cool with that. Let's go ahead and drag those, and I could rearrange. Do you see what I'm doing? I'm rearranging these parts. I'll put this one here. So I'm rearranging these chords. And what's that sound like? You know what I'm saying? Just for an example. So you could rearrange those chords, and let's say that pitch is kind of high for you. I can edit this and change the octave. I can do this or change the key. Look at this. Look at this, man. Come on. Do y'all understand? Do y'all understand what's... Now, let's say you want to change the rhythm, right? It's like that performance, it's kind of dry. Maybe I want to do some type of performance with it, or I don't know, a phrase or arpeggio. I don't know. Let's see. I'm just randomly... Look at this. What? And then I can change the... Look at this. The arpeggio type. Uh-oh. 1/16 notes. Come on. Do you see the different ideas that you can do? And let's say we like that, and let's go ahead and pick a FM synth. Boom, I got this. And what I could do is just drag that into that FM synth, like so. Boom, and this is what I have. See, do you get it? Shout out to Plug-In Boutique Scalar 2. I think it's well worth it, man. I think it's like 50 or 60 bucks, man. Get it now while it's on sale. Because I don't know if they're going to keep it at that price or go up. Because this is like, to me, this is mandatory. If you make beats and you just starting and you have no clue what music theory is and you need something like a quick start, I would definitely recommend this. 2 thumbs up for me, man. Like, definitely. So that's that, man. I just wanted to show you guys. I hope that was helpful to those who might be interested in something like this. So if you like this video, hit that thumbs up button. More videos on the way. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Check out the links down below. I will see you guys on the next one. I'm sending peace and positive energy. Yeah.